Hello everybody and welcome to another Dev Corner. My name is Tom from the community management team here at DICE, and today we're talking update 4.2. With me are Jack, Martin and Isabel. Welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
How are you feeling?
Fantastic.
We are live.
Living the dream.
Excited?
Yeah. Yes, of course, always.
So for folks who don't know you, do you maybe want to first start with introducing yourselves to our viewers? So Jack, let's start with you.
Sure. So I worked a lot with characters and gadgets here at DICE, and now I work a lot with the 3Cs, which is kind of character, camera, and control.
And you are a game designer.
I am a gameplay designer, yeah.
Boom.
Cool. And I'm Martin. I'm a producer for progression on BF 2042. So working mainly with UI and UX.
And I'm Isabel. I'm a game designer within engagement where I work with progression and social features.
So you work with this guy.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I'm
okay,
kidding.
yeah, okay.
Nice.
Cool. So folks, update 4.2 went live this morning, so just a quick recap of what's in there. You can now play the discarded rework, which I've seen some comments in the chat. Most of you are enjoying, so it's good to hear. We made some changes to the collection screen and customization, which Martin, you can talk us through. We made a change to the mastery for Liz, which you can talk us through later.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other changes in there as well. Uniform soldier aiming is now turned on by default,
Yes.
which is something most players maybe don't know what it is. So you can explain it to us later.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll play discarded on Conquest and Breakthrough.
Also end of round changes.
End of
right?
round changes. Good, which we will see during the end of round. So awesome. So should we start, before we jump into gameplay, maybe show a few of the changes we made in the collection screen?
Yeah, for sure.
And the mastery for Liz, which I see is already on the screen.
Yeah. So we realized that Liz mastery was way too grindy. So we added assists so that more people can actually get into the tier 1.
Awesome. So yeah, this based on your feedback was too difficult. So hopefully more of you can now get the mastery for Liz. Shall we check some of the collection screen changes?
Yeah, for sure. So we looked at a lot of the feedback from you, the community, and the most requested thing was to be able to remove attachments from your weapons, which we are now able to do.
Good change.
So yeah. So if we go in here and Isabel goes to the scopes, you can now see, if you back out one menu and just hover a scope, we can now see that one of the inputs are saying remove, which if you press that, that is removed and the next attachment slides in. And yeah, if you go into adding a scope, for instance, you can see another change that we made here. We set on a static layout for all the stats displayed, so it doesn't jump around as much as it did prior, making it easier to actually distinguish between attachments and compare them against each other. And also we have the outline that you can see surrounding the 4 innermost attachments, which indicates the 4 starting attachments for this weapon when you deploy.
Just everything is faster, easier.
Yeah, so we've also cut away one screen where you actually had to select which attachment category you wanted to customize as well to get you into the customization quicker as well.
Yeah. I think these changes are so nice. It makes everything so much smoother and easily available and understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like I think these smaller quality of life changes, they, especially if you want to, mess around in the collection screen or just on the go, change your plus menu.
Yeah. So that was our after the ability to remove attachments, our main goal was to streamline this and make it easier to grasp at a glance and present the most vital information first and foremost.
Cool.
Yeah.
More you want to chat about, or should we go to?
There's bits and bobs here and there, like the stats at the bottom of the screen are updated, our targets for, and we've also increased the legibility of what a suppressor actually does. So if you go into a suppressor, we can now read that it says minimap stealth at 40 plus meters, whereas prior it said minimap stealth at long range, which was a bit ambiguous, a bit
What's long
hard
range?
to, yeah.
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 So yeah,
If you
some
are
clarification there.
if you're under 40 meters and I want to attack you, it will still show on the minimap.
Yeah.
But beyond 40 meters,
Correct.
cool.
Maybe the swapping.
Oh yeah, we should go through that as well.
Swappity
Thanks.
swap. Let's
Yeah.
swap. Let's swap some stuff, which is also
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah, so if you go to the barrels or magazines, whichever,
Let's take this one.
sure. So if you want that attachment as your starting attachment for this weapon, you can go into either this one or the first attachment and click on the,
The replace.
yeah, if you go into
Yeah.
replace and then you press the attachment that you already have equipped that you would want to go into that slot instead, they will just change place.
Very nice.
Cool. Some good quality of life changes there. Jack, for you, another changes to uniform soldier aiming, which I think is an option we had, but it was turned off by default.
Yeah.
And we released a blog about recently explaining what it does. But for
Mhm.
those who missed it, maybe you can explain again why we
Yeah.
changed it to on by default and what the future does.
Yeah, like it feels important to explain because aiming and shooting is of course essential in an FPS. So we can go into the options menu, yeah, there at uniform soldier aiming under the aim category. That's where it is. And this was created for BF4 initially, and then has stayed with us. And because it was an addition, it was off by default. So by legacy, it's been like this. But we recognize that consistency is really important in an FPS. So what this does is that it creates it makes sensitivity feel the same between hipfire and ADS.
Yep.
And in short, if I'm going to explain it technically, it basically means that it's going to be the same pixels distance across the pixels distance across the screen for a given physical movement of the mouse or the controller. And so it procedurally calculates your sensitivity to feel the same. And this is so essential to building up muscle memory and for creating that consistency.
Ultimately, like, you know, if you play a lot, like, it's the muscle memory where you just, like, you take someone out.
And
So if skipping between scopes and, like, you know, normal, like, that is now consistent.
exactly.
Okay.
So our scopes have a variety of sensitivities in a way because of the field of view change, and this setting makes it so that that doesn't occur and you have this kind of consistency, which is super great. And over time, it's going to help you develop your skills.
Yeah. And I think we previously were under the understanding that it would help you learn by having it off by default, but we have since learned that no, actually, just being used to that consistency is better for your muscle memory.
I think the assumption was that for a new player, maybe having a little bit lower sensitivity when you zoom is good, but over time, we know that it's going to be better for you to have that kind of consistency. And then, of course, if you don't want this on, you can turn it off.
Yeah, I see a question in chat. Why isn't the default 187?
On the coefficient?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a great question. And I want to explain it because I think there's a lot of misunderstandings around coefficient. So the coefficient basically just picks the point along a horizontal line from your crosshair to use as a reference for procedurally calculating the aim rate to be consistent. That means it could be any point, but it has to be a point. And the feeling will change a little bit, but it will create consistency regardless. And the default is 133 because that's a value that's been used across other games as well.
Yep.
And it sets the point right at 4:3 aspect ratio, but it has nothing to do with aspect ratio.
Okay.
That just means that the point is going to be within your field of vision more than if it would be at the edge of the screen, for example.
So if we have to give a recommendation for folks who don't really know what that setting does, just don't touch it.
Yeah.
Like just leave it.
And if you want to play around with it, you can. And of course, the feeling will change a little bit.
Yep.
So going upwards will, higher magnifications will feel faster. Going downwards, they will feel a bit slower. But we believe that the most consistent feel comes from 133.
If you want to live the dream, keep it at 133.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Good explanation.
Yeah.
Very consistent.
Yeah, very consistent.
Like uniform.
And like ask more questions if you
Yeah.
want to. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I mentioned it, but we published a blog last week that's
Yeah.
available on our Battlefield website. So if you want to learn more, read more about uniform soldier aiming, then check out the Battlefield website. It's available there. Gameplay. Do we want to play some games?
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's-
Conquest?
Yeah, Conquest, and let's start with Discarded. So we have 24/7 playlists ready now for both Conquest and Breakthrough on Discarded, so you can jump in and try out the new Discarded rework, which we are personally very excited about, and we would love your feedback as well to hear from you if you like it or not. Also, we have a screen here where we can see the gameplay, so if you see us watching there, we're watching
That's
the
why.
gameplay alongside you. And we are about to go into a match.
All right.
Or are we?
I did see a question earlier from someone if we have any secret announcements today. No, we do not. No secret announcements.
But please stay on the stream.
Yeah, we'll be playing update 4.2, showing you what's new, some gameplay, some chatter, hopefully with the chat, some cool banter.
Are there too many players playing? It's totally full.
We'll get there.
We get there.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to see the comments and
Yeah. Have you, I mean, obviously we play tested the Discarded rework
yeah.
a lot, so we've seen it, but how do you feel that it's out there now for players? It's always, making like these map reworks is a very, big undertaking, and this
Very
is
big,
the,
yeah.
the second to last one, so Hourglass is still coming,
Mm-hmm.
but I think,
Yeah,
it
and-
plays much smoother.
Yeah, I think it plays way more. It's way more fun. It's the difference in pacing is really fun as well between the points,
Yeah.
especially for breakthrough. That's
Yeah.
my take at least.
I think also one of my favorite areas is the salvage yard.
Mm,
Like that
yeah,
plays really
Yeah.
fun. It's just there's a lot of cover. You feel really tactical in that space. You can really play around the objects, and I really like being in that area.
Should
It
we
looks
go?
cool.
It looks cool too.
Let's go.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm not the best player, but
Ah, you got this.
Our strategy isn't working.
oh wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Get out of
Awkward.
there.
I think another change that we can't really show it, but the transport helicopters now take more damage from all missiles,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, like 20%. Was it
Yeah.
from?
I don't remember the exact percentage, but yeah, they take more damage because we received feedback from a lot of you as well that they were maybe a bit
Exactly.
too powerful.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to see that get into your hands
Yeah.
and see how that plays, and if we need to do more adjustments or if we're finding that sweet
Yeah.
spot. Yeah.
So is there anywhere you want me to go?
To all the cool places,
Yeah,
Yes.
but
just
everything
all
is
of them.
What about the like B1 or is it B2 maybe? That
Yeah,
Jack
B1.
mentioned.
It's
Yeah.
also a safe area to spawn,
Yeah.
I think to go towards.
except
B-
when you just
B2 is
immediately run
the-
into a tank. early.
Yeah.
B2 is a salvage yard.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I think we call this area the flooded village,
Mm-hmm.
which is, overall you can see more cover on the map, a lot
Yeah.
of water.
And there's been some lighting updates also to the
Yeah.
level, I think, which is nice.
Yeah, so it's not, we don't only do like, oh, we add more cover, we move some stuff around, but it's lighting updates, sometimes some audio tweaks as well.
Yeah, audio is quite complex, I think, in Battlefield because things also can get destroyed and the environment is dynamic, right? So there's a lot of work that's been put into also how sound is being transported in the game.
Can go up and have a view.
So yeah, we are, like someone in the chat calls out D2 spawns you outside zone, we are aware that there's a new bug introduced where you can sometimes spawn outside of the out of bounds area. So something we are aware of and we're fixing. Thank you for those who flagged it. So in case you wonder and that happens now, yeah, we are aware of that bug. And when is the update dropping? It went live this morning. So this is, it went live today.
Yeah, you can go in and play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it dropped 8 hours ago.
I lost count, man. So many hours. Yeah, I think, what was it? 10 o'clock Stockholm time in the morning.
Yeah.
So we live at 6
UTC
o'clock
plus
now.
2.
Isabella, I can't believe no one's here to revive
Yeah,
you.
No,
where's all the
no.
revives,
Fair.
man?
It's,
PTFO.
well, it's a lot of people here, so
They're busy killing each other.
yeah.
Wait, are you Fall?
Yeah, you're setting a good example though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to revive
Yeah.
as many as I can since I can't aim. So
Everyone has a role to play on the battlefield.
Exactly.
right?
For sure.
Actually, if you like basically spam revive, you still get a lot of points. It's actually
Yeah,
a
for
very
sure.
good way
Yeah.
to,
Oh,
to
and
rack
yeah,
up points.
you're definitely helping out your team.
And you're helping out your team.
I think, especially, I mean, this is what Battlefield is about. It's about these different roles coming together in like a beautiful harmony.
Beautiful harmony.
Yes.
Consistency.
Consistency, harmony, play the objective. Yeah, Battlefield is poetry, man.
Question in the chat from Nulty Julty. Can you wink Stratford if squad management system is coming soon? I mean, we never say soon, but we've confirmed squad management is coming. It's in one of the upcoming updates, but yeah, we can't share more info or dates today. But it is, it's coming, and we are excited to get into your hands.
For sure.
I think it's been a highly requested feature.
Yeah.
It's something you worked on as well, Isabel.
Yeah, a lot.
So I think we will get together and maybe chat on it on the podcast later,
Yeah.
so we can explain to folks how it works and when it's coming.
Again.
No one is
No
reviving
revive.
me. What the hell?
What the?
We're losing.
What else do you have in the chat? Like, can you guys read the chat,
Yeah.
or is it too small?
No,
it
that's
kind of
fine.
flips by a little bit quick, but because it's a little bit small, but it's okay.
No news on the jet rework. From Kip the NB. So we have some changes coming to vehicles in the upcoming season, but it's too early to talk about it now.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for more details there. Yes, we are making some changes that we are excited to talk about in the coming month, probably.
Yeah. That's the thing about game development. There's so many things we want to talk about,
Yeah, but we can't.
but we can't.
Yeah.
Wish we could talk about everything, but
Yes.
we can't. Consistency is key.
Consistency will always be key, yes.
How are you all in the studio this fine day? From Ole. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun to hang out
Yeah.
in the studio here
Yeah.
in our
it's super
fancy
nice.
new streaming room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to spend some time with your colleagues like this as well.
I think so. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of work day, for sure, for me,
Yeah.
doing this. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
What if you're like, no, I actually didn't want to be on stream with Tom at all. Like this guy
It's alright
sucks.
if I leave.
Yeah. Can I go?
No, everyone loves Tom in the studio.
Yeah.
Tom is the best.
I try to be consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have uniform soldier aiming on by default
Yes, I do.
in terms of personality. You're very consistent. Oh, there was something I wanted to say about uniform soldier aiming also, actually, which is
Throw it in the
if
group.
now that it's on, we also recommend to not change the individual zoom sensitivities. You
Oh.
can, but it's a good idea to keep them at default.
Because
Okay.
otherwise it kind of limits what uniform soldier aiming does. You
Yeah,
still-
it will multiply with the formula, so it will not be exactly the same. But if you really want to do those alterations yourself, you can of course turn it off and
Yep.
keep your individual zoom sensitivities going.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Comment
there's-
from... oh, sorry.
yeah.
I
Huh?
didn't want to interrupt.
I just
I
realized
saw a
maybe-
nice comment in the chat from Batman William. Hello, love to rework on this map. So I think that's a good shout out for the team.
That's super
Yep.
nice to hear.
Thank you. Isabel, if you want to bring up the plus menu, we can actually show the changes we've done in-game to it as well.
When I press T?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Oh, no.
Kinda
No.
busy right now, man.
Whenever you're in a good spot.
Okay, I'm gonna go and hide.
Sorry, Martin. Can you give me a moment to
Yeah, don't run and
try and
modify.
not die?
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
let's
safe
do it.
here.
Okay, so here we can see the change that we've limited the amount of information that is presented so that we show the most vital stuff. So if you're changing magazine, you don't really care about what your scope does to the gun. So really make it easier and quicker to see what adjustments you're making.
I think it was, I mean, a bit overwhelming in terms of information
Yeah,
before,
there was a lot.
which made it harder to see like the change that you want to make and the slower. So
And we see the same changes here with all the stats being static on the screen, so they stay in one spot, not jumping around. So it's
damn,
easier to make comparisons.
That's
Martin,
super nice.
you and the gang have been busy on the
Yeah.
quality of life changes. Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
good. It's good.
I saw a question again about coefficient again. Shall I
Did
run?
you sneak that one in there?
It's just on his phone.
Yeah, I went on my phone and just added it.
Yeah, I didn't see the question, but yeah, like
Nah.
if there's more questions, let's answer them.
Yeah. So, like I said before, coefficient picks a point from your crosshair along a horizontal line, and that point is used as a reference to do the calculations to make the consistency happen. And we recommend keeping it at 133. That would put it at the same point as like if your screen would be 4:3 aspect ratio, but that doesn't matter. Aspect ratio doesn't matter. This is just a point of reference. And you can tweak it if you want, but we do recommend to keep it at 133.
Meanwhile, in non-revive land. But anyway, like I hope that was a good explanation.
Yeah, I
So
hope so
chat,
too.
if that makes sense, thumbs up. Nice to see Martin and Jack in the stream. Hell yeah.
Should we move over
Hello,
here?
Sebet.
Yeah, let's try one of the other. Oh,
No
Like
way!
that is not nice.
At least I tried.
You did,
Yeah,
but it was painful that this person was just waiting there.
yeah.
So there's a lot going on now. Tornado. Ship. I think the ship itself is still mostly like it was.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
some parts were cut off a little bit to balance out the amount of snipers' nests.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the whole
Yeah,
layout
there was a lot of
the-
sniping
the
going
map
on
Yeah.
on the top there.
So we want you guys to have fun, but not too much fun.
And we don't want that around here. Yeah. But yeah, especially for folks coming into like it was not fun if you constantly just kept being sniped. So it was
Yeah.
like for the sniper it was fun, but for most of the players in the match that are
Yeah.
actually not sniping, which is usually the majority, that I think some improvements were warranted there.
Yeah, it should be easier to traverse the map in that regard.
Yeah, I think the way, especially Battlefield 2042, is it's so open. Like you can get this thing that we sometimes call the 360 problem, which is that you can potentially be attacked from anywhere, right? So,
Yep.
and we want you still to be able to evaluate your situation, and so then things need to be balanced in the level for that to happen.
Yep. Martin, I see a question for you here in the chat. Would you mind explaining a little bit more about the personal records feature? I think that's something you worked on as well.
Yeah, we're. I was gonna wait until
Oh,
the
it's
end
for
of
the
round
end of
flow,
round. Okay,
but,
okay. Oh, no, sorry.
I can
No.
go through it now, but
Nah,
we're not
let's-
gonna have
let's-
much to see on the screen.
Let's wait
You're
for it
getting
in the
ahead of
end of
yourself,
round.
Tom.
Like no spoiling. Yeah, I'm just so excited about all this stuff. Like, oh,
But yeah, in short, it's adding a bit more personal identity to the end of round flow, something more individual, I'd say.
yeah.
But
Which
we'll
is a
touch-
nice
we'll touch
change.
more on
like
it.
more,
Yeah.
more celebration. But okay, I mean
Yeah.
that was a short overview, but we'll see it later. Like
Yeah,
at
for
the
sure.
end of the round. When will Shutdown come back? We've actually seen quite a lot of good feedback on Shutdown.
Yeah,
so
hopefully soon.
That's cool.
something for the team to review, that we might bring it back in the future, maybe as a temporary mode. Something to be discussed by the team. So we've seen your feedback that a lot of you would like this, so it's something we are aware of and reviewing.
Yeah.
If that's something we want to do, if it's a fun mode, then yeah.
Definitely.
I'm just trying to catch up on some more questions.
Yeah, me too. Shutdown. is
Shutdown
cool.
and
A
Portal.
lot of love for Shutdown.
Yeah. Shout out to the Shutdown team.
Also
Totally
shout out
understandable.
to, oh, sorry. Also
Totally
shout out
understandable.
to, oh, sorry. Yeah.
Totally understandable, the love for Shutdown.
Yeah,
I
that's
loved
cool.
it.
Yeah,
That's a little bit-
same.
Yeah.
So fun.
Which ended today, by the way. So in
Yeah.
case you actually haven't booted up the game yet, the event, Leviathan Rising, ended today.
Yeah.
I think so. Hope you all had fun with it. It was a lot of fun for the team to do these limited time events as well. New cosmetics, just new game modes.
Yeah.
It's a good opportunity for us as a team to try and try out some new stuff. And apparently it worked well for Shutdown. So it's good.
That's very nice.
Is there anywhere we should go?
What haven't we checked out yet?
E, but I guess that
Yeah,
would
we
be
can't really go there.
hard for me. I can try.
Have we gone to D?
Have you been to the
These
US
two.
spawn?
Which one?
The
Oh, just
US
the headquarters.
spawn area,
Oh,
the
we can go there.
headquarters. There are some changes around here as well, if I'm not.
I think that rock is new.
Oh yeah, that rock, yeah.
No, that
I don't
pebble.
recognize
Do you
that
see
one.
the pebble?
Yeah, the pebble over there. Yeah. I think what
I'm
we
sure
did.
there are new pebbles. By the way.
Yeah, like
sure.
we're joking, but they're
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
actually new pebbles. And
Yeah.
like I think something. Oh, that was a nice shot. I think something we learned before we were discarded, especially the opening areas, there was a lot of walking time between HQs, and I think especially on discarded, yeah, the walking was a lot. So stuff has been moved closer together as well, to reduce. Like it's just the flag A1 is closer now to the headquarters, so that's a good change. What about the complete weapon balance update? So we've got some news on weapons coming as well, so stay tuned on that. It's not for today. Cookie of the week.
Cookie of the week.
Cookie of the week. I miss Cookie of the week.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So we'll have some more podcasts upcoming as well. In case you are not aware, we have an Inside Battlefield podcast, which you can listen to on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. So go check it out.
Yeah.
I think
This
there's
is where
8
you.
episodes now.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah.
This is where you find out about the cookie of the week,
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a segment called Cookie
among
of the
other
Week.
things.
Among other things, like Battlefield news, but most
Yeah.
importantly, cookies,
Yes.
where we try out some new cookies, which was apparently a segment that most people enjoy. Yeah.
I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to bring the cookies back.
We gotta bring the cookies back. So stay tuned for the next podcast with cookies. If you have any specific cookies that you want us to try out, you maybe have a favorite cookie that is not well known, drop it in the chat. So we'll add it to our list
Yeah, exactly. Of cookies to try.
of cookies to try.
Hey, you got a revive.
We
Yay.
take recipes too.
Just
If someone
the
gives a
entire recipe in
really
the chat.
good cookie recipe, I will bake that cookie,
There we go.
Nice.
and then I will give feedback back to the community on the cookie.
How will the community know if it's the cookie or your cooking?
No. But now the end of
I
round.
guess they just
Oh.
have to trust.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Martin, it's your
Right.
time to shine. Our force
if
is exhausted.
anyone actually got a career best.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see. So yeah, this was intended to go live in 4.2, but this screen actually went live in 4.1, which, yeah, sometimes stuff like that happens. Not a single career best.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
We still have another match to try. But like, what else did we change here?
Yeah, so here we can see the continuing down in the timer.
I think these
so
animations are.
yeah, so we've updated the ribbons, the clarity on what is about to happen after the end round. So for Conquest, obviously you're going to go back to the front end and go back into matchmaking again.
Sorry, before you continue, do we want to, Jack? Do you want to play Breakthrough now because we did
Yeah.
just finish them?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then you can continue explaining.
But if you press continue now,
Yeah.
you're actually going to be returned to front end without having to quit the end of round and rejoin matchmaking.
Yeah.
Because now you're automatically joining matchmaking
So we
again.
change. Can you cancel the matchmaking
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
you? Which I think we saw a lot of players do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially evident for Breakthrough, where the intention was to have a 2-round mode, where you play as attacker or defender, and then you switch sides to play as defender or attacker. And with that being turned back on, we have improved clarity on what's actually happening after end of round. So if you played your first round as defender, it will say switching sides to attacker during the end of round. And Jack, please get a career best.
No pressure, man.
No pressure. Oh man, wow. I will
I
try.
would
You can
imagine
do
it
it.
being hard on that
Could
computer
you
because
hear us with this on?
Yeah, I just had one.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you
good to
please
know.
explain the Condor?
Are we getting some more questions?
Yeah, can you please explain the Condor and super high nerf? I do not understand if the rocket launchers do more damage to the vehicles or if it's the jets and attack helis that do more damage. I think it's all projectiles.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
So not just the attack helis and jets. It's like if you shoot, you do more damage now on the transport vehicle.
Yeah.
With the intent that they are able to be taken down easier because they were the tanks of the sky. What should we call them?
The tanks of the sky.
Tanks of the sky. So based on your feedback, so is it faster now if you just press continue after the end of round?
it would be, because you don't have to rejoin matchmaking.
Yeah.
So at the end of round on Conquest, if you just hammer continue, you will be taken back to front end and will already be in a matchmaking queue.
Yeah,
when you
so
get there.
we got a question about this from Getting Downski. Getting Downski, what a lovely name. But yeah, so it is actually faster, and that's why we made this change, because we saw you clicking, escaping the match, or sorry.
And especially for Breakthrough, I'd say, because that is already loaded in then.
So we do have, we made another cool change through the Breakthrough end of round, which we'll see after Jack gets his career best. No pressure at all whatsoever.
And it
Oh,
will
first kill.
definitely alleviate having to play
Second.
7 rounds as defender in a row. So
which
make sure to stay in the lobby.
Yeah.
Don't quit after first round.
Yeah, takeaway for Breakthrough is don't quit the round, because then you'll play on as the other side. It's not automatic. We had it in before this update when we removed it, because it wasn't, like, we didn't do a good job of explaining to you that you would go to the other round, so people still
I'm
quit.
so glad Jack is playing.
Yeah, you have more kills than I had.
Don't put more pressure.
Yeah, well, we would have been tied, you and I.
Yeah.
Did you get a couple of good revives off though?
A few.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. As long as that's what matters. Playing the objective.
Oh, you're losing A1.
Yeah, not good.
Run.
Can we get a Michael Bolton skin? That is a funny comment. Shout out to Michael Bolton.
Ooh. Didn't see that.
Will Vault weapons ever get new attachment and skins? A question from Brian Red. So all I'm gonna say here is stay tuned for more details, because
Yeah.
we got some news coming. We've got some news coming. Any plans to ever see the return of the soldier cam on the redeploy screen? I don't think we have answered that now.
No.
No.
Another question from the chat. Is there a possibility to have weapon inspect animations? I don't believe this is something we're looking into.
Like in-game?
Yeah.
Nothing that I'm aware of.
No.
No.
No, not now. Maybe in the
But
future.
great idea.
Yeah,
We should check it out.
I think Jack is closer to being able to answer that question. So,
Which question?
weapon inspect in
Weapon
game.
inspect animations. That's something we still want to do.
I mean, that would be lovely.
I think we had higher priorities.
Yeah,
for
at the
some other
moment I
changes
think we
right
have
now.
higher priorities, so... Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Actually, is there a career best deaths? Like most of my deaths.
I would have gotten that.
Yeah. If
We-
not, can we add it?
Yeah, we don't want to kick whoever's already down, kind of.
No,
So
but
we've,
isn't it like, okay, I died a lot, but at least I got an award.
I mean, we stayed clear of it in initial designs, but I'm not gonna say never. But yeah, it's not in the game now.
Live Forever said, all right, thanks for the response. You are welcome. What about thermals for tanks? Stay tuned for details. Something you would love to do. Nothing to share today.
Oh no, please.
Oh,
That was sad.
yeah, that was sad.
Will breakthrough vehicle balance get fixed? Question from Anti. Anti, can you have more context for your question? What do you want us to fix in terms of balance? So if you have feedback, drop it in the chat and then we can take it to the team. And the Reaper org asked, will there be any weapon balancing, which I believe is an ongoing thing that we do in most updates. I think there's some
Yeah.
in this. Yeah. But if you have any specific weapons that you want, that you feel we need to balance, just drop the comment in the chat as well.
Mhm.
Always something for the team to review. Martin, another question
Mhm.
from Siddercat. Could you say what categories personal best is tracking? Can you name a few?
So it's tracking most of the categories that you would normally see in the performance during the squad performance. So kills, revives, assists, objectives, to name a few. Marksman, longest marksman damage done, biggest kill streak.
So a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, a lot of cool
Yeah.
stuff.
If it's like a cool thing you did in game, there's most likely a personal
Yeah.
best for it, except dying.
Yes.
Cool.
Wow, my flow is not flowing right now.
I would
I
expect
think you're
more.
doing great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's going well.
Yeah.
All good.
All good.
I just need some support.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from
You're
the
doing
couch.
great.
Thank you.
it sounds sarcastic.
No,
You're doing great, bro.
you're doing great, hon.
So Isabel, what did you think of the changed map? How did it play for you?
I think it's great because also that the distance are shorter because when I run around I often get killed.
So now,
yeah, so now I have
less opportunity to kill.
no, but it's great and I think they added a lot of good things to the map that was necessary, especially in Breakthrough. I really like this map in Breakthrough.
Yeah, yeah, and we do, and that's some nice context to add maybe. Like when we design our maps, and this is from me sitting down with the maps team. Is like some maps are just better designed for like breakthrough or conquest. Like we do that on purpose because we have a bunch of maps, and some are just more fun on breakthrough to have that variety, I guess,
Mhm.
between the map offerings we have.
Oh no, you lost it.
Hey, nice.
Hey.
Yeah, I feel this area is super cool. just with
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
yeah. Is this do we call this a scrapyard, junkyard?
Salvage yard.
Salvage yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really nice going from the
Yeah.
like vast open spaces into like really tight close quarter
Yeah.
combat.
A lot of added cover as well.
Yeah.
The team did a good job.
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
Shout out to the maps/levels team.
Oh, tank. Not good.
Many questions now.
Yeah, chat is on fire.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me try to keep up with the chat as well. Nerf RM68 from Iznev. No, because you asked. Nope, sorry. Next. Any news on returning air vehicles to Breakthrough? I believe we just review like per level as well, like what makes sense per level, per mode. So there's nothing specific, like never. Is it possible to see my longest sniper kill somewhere in the statistics?
Yes.
That is
would
actually
be
very
your
cool.
yeah, that would be the marksman. That will show up as a
Awesome.
career
Yeah.
best.
Cool.
I don't think that I ever got a marksman.
No?
No.
But they feel good when you do like a marathon, like especially
guess.
like. Yeah.
You need to be how many meters away is it again?
It's very far.
Yeah.
Marksman, is it? I believe it's over 100
Yeah.
Meters?
It's
Is
over
it?
that. It's like 200.
because we had a weekly mission at some point where it's like, oh, do a marksman kill. And people are
Yeah.
like, what is a marksman kill? It's either 75, so it's, correct me if I'm wrong, a kill over 75 meters with either DMRs or sniper rifles. That is a marksman kill.
Yeah, I'm not a very good marksman, so
No, it's
Haven't
above
had
the
to
75.
gotten too many
Yeah,
of them.
200.
But surely there's someone in chat who knows, right?
Yeah, 200.
Yeah, chat,
200.
tell us.
Yeah. It's really far. And
Yeah.
it needs to be a headshot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just played a few rounds on Breakthrough and it was awesome. Good job. From
Nice.
Arne Banana 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love the nick
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, and you should play the next round.
Maybe. We'll
Are
see
you
how much
playing the
time
next
we
round?
have. So, take it easy, Jack. You know, just
Yeah, I'm good. I
will
can
you
play.
guys ever bring leaning animations or bring automatic leaning animations? I think that's not something we have.
There are
planned.
leaning animations in third person. I guess they're talking about first person.
Yeah, I think first
Yeah, so
person.
like peeking out of
because you can
corners.
see like that's something we added like last year somewhere where you can see the animation changing. Like
Yeah.
if you look at the character, but not like the first person, like where you can lean and shoot around the corner.
Oh, right. So like, right, that kind of leaning. Yeah, that's a system that would need a lot of consideration. So I think
Not something we have planned.
not
to
something
my
we
knowledge.
planned.
So we don't have our weapons designer on today. So I see a lot of questions from the chat about weapons, but like we can't answer all of them. But we have plenty of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, happy to answer
Wi-
anything regarding end of round and
Yeah.
collection and customization. That's released up until this point. Disclaimer.
Would love to see a death note from the narrative team and how they go about making each season's story. Yeah, I think that's actually a really cool shout out from Comment 307. Something
Mhm.
we can bring to the narrative team if see if they're up for doing that. The narrative team loves writing, so that's
Yeah.
supposed to be a joke.
Yeah.
that
That
filled
quite dry.
miserably. Yeah, okay, sorry.
But no, it was great.
Are we making any changes to the SPH, Jack? The sticky launcher.
I can say we're looking at it.
We are looking at it. Cool.
Yes.
Make it less sticky.
Yeah, internally we call it the sticky grenade launcher.
We do, and it's a
It's
name
very
that
sticky.
sticks. So, so we got a question from question
great.
from Jay Booty. Is this game worth playing now? This is a serious question. So if we answer this question, we are obviously going to be sound biased. But yes,
Yeah.
like we made
Yeah.
so much changes
Yeah.
over the past year and a half?
I mean, short answer, yes, definitely. But there's so many variables. Like you could get it for free on PlayStation. So many variables. Like you could get it for free on PlayStation Plus. I would say it's definitely worth it then. And there's been like decent sales on it as well. It's I would definitely like now is a really good time to get in.
Yeah, like we made so many changes. Like if you haven't played in a while, just log in, play, check it out. The launch maps, we have reworked all of them except Hourglass, which is still to follow. 4, 5 seasons. Well, 4 seasons out now, and season 5 is on the horizon. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about what the team did with the game so far. So come check it out. And if you have any further feedback, let us know. I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
For shizzle.
For shizzle.
Will thermal scopes find their way to more weapons? I want to know that as well.
Yeah, same. I really like them.
Jack, do you know anything if we're doing something there?
I don't know actually, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's being considered for more weapons. But I can't say, to be honest. It's something I'm not directly involved with at the moment.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys considering adding the Deagle into the game? We'll keep an eagle-eyed vision on that question. Can we have urban map? I mean, I think what we have
Urban.
Yeah, like an urban type map. I think what we've coming in season 5 will make folks excited. We can't tell more about that now, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I would say so for shizzle.
For shizzle. Okay, that's the point of the stream where we at for shizzle.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a sip of water. I think it's yeah.
Hint at what the season 5 map is. Well,
I mean, we've already shared a little bit of details. It's a map reclaimed by nature, and we've taken inspiration from like a map from
the past.
From the past. So we can share more about the full details, but that's what we've shared about the map so far. So I think as a team we are excited about the map.
Very
Plays
excited.
very well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
to be continued. Like it feels like we're teasing the chat with like all these cool
Yeah,
things
a
we
lot.
know. I'm sorry we can't talk about all those details now, but yeah, it's gonna be cool, and we will share more details on that in the near future. Is there now full XP for portal servers with PvP AI? I think we changed that. Was it with AI?
What was the question?
Answer that.
If Portal now has full XP with PvP AI, if you have AI enabled, I believe originally no,
No.
but I think we may have made the change. Mr. Total FPS, if you're in the chat, feel free to clarify. You should know.
There is a lot of chaos going on around me right now.
Oh yeah. How is it going?
we forgot Jack,
Yeah,
was, Jack was playing, fighting for his
I
life.
saw a question there from Cedricat. If you can find it, because I can't fully remember it, but it was career best.
Sorry, what?
It was a question from Cedricat, career best.
Oh, actually,
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
that
saw.
one.
Oh, here. So the career best is now embedded with the statistics in game, and if so, would it be possible to show the audience? We hope so. Like we hope that we can show it. If Jack does his best thing ever, his career best, he's under a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah.
But like if he does, then we will show it. So hopefully, like it's not a guarantee that we haven't. Like we only play on this account during like the stream, so there's a very high chance that we will get a
Because if
career
it would have
best.
been
So
Florian's
then I did
account,
really bad.
Oh shit! Yeah, Florian did play on here.
Oh yeah, then
Yeah,
we're
we're
all
like,
screwed.
oh, okay.
Oh.
Also, I've been playing a lot on controller lately,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I'm starting to get warm now.
Okay.
I feel.
You still get to play another round, so
But
on the opposing side.
what kind of play style does Florian not like play?
He
Is
does
there anything-
everything.
he
Most
does everything.
revives, most kills.
Like all of it.
Maybe not
Most
vehicles
assists?
that much. Probably most assists. No, because
He did do a lot of reviving. Like with the first live
Yeah.
stream we did actually, like in January, it was with Florian, and he was reviving. It's when the breakaway rework came out. He did a lot of reviving. Yeah. So what happens if you have multiple career bests in one round? Like you
It
can
will.
only show one. I
So
guess.
there's a lot of like stats weighing done behind the scenes there, and it will pick the one that was like the coolest, the one where you surpass yourself the most. From how you
Okay,
played
so
previously.
the thing where you do the best.
Yeah, so it will
Personal
still
best,
it will
okay.
still show just the one stat. It's not gonna go through like several career bests in one go.
Cool. And Isabel, like, how do you feel overall that like the tier 1 masteries are now for the specialists? Like, we made some changes to Liz, and I think in the
Yeah.
previous update we made some changes
yeah,
as well.
Sundance, those are. Who else? I think it's great because they were way too grindy,
Yeah.
and we added some new things for some of the specialists, so that you can actually, for example, for Liz, you can actually gain through doing assists, and that is great.
Are we planning any further mastery requirements, or sorry, changes, or do we feel it's in a good spot right now?
The specialist, yeah, but we're always looking into the data and seeing if we're gonna change any other master.
Okay, cool. Will you rework the ribbon system? Will we? That's a question from the chat.
I need more information on that one. We have just like the whole system. If you could expand on that question.
Yeah, like what do you want us to rework on the ribbon system? Noob Cybot 44115. I'm just gonna fully read out the name. Like what do you like us to change about the ribbon system?
I'm not
Just
limited to
curious.
5 weapons.
Or what do you see as the problem with the current system?
Is it consistent or not consistent?
I would say it's
Consistency is key.
consistent.
Yeah. Like for shutdown, we added other ribbons, so
We did. LP Dominic
More
says, like,
ribbons.
by the way, like I have the chat open on my laptop as well, but I'm a little bit behind, so I can try
Oh.
to, answer all the questions so we don't miss anything, because the chat sometimes scrolls quite fast. So another question from LP Dominic was, we need a vehicle rework similar to the classes rework. But again, like if you have that feedback, we would love to know more, like what
Yeah.
do you mean with a vehicle rework, because that's quite a broad statement, so feel free to expand on that. We do have some changes coming to vehicles, which we will talk about in the coming month, which we as a team are pretty excited about, so stay tuned. I'm just gonna scroll to the bottom now. The update with the rework has been released already from Kilmore69. Nice.
that's probably the specialist rework, right? Or
I assume Kilmore69 is referring to maybe the discarded rework, or
Oh,
like I
yeah.
don't know Kilmore which rework, but
Yeah.
yes, discarded came out this morning, Stockholm time. And the cool little detail for us here in the studios, whenever we do a release, like we launch a new update, we usually have burgers in the studio, and the fries are usually cold. Because it always takes a while to come here. I don't know, I thought like ending that in here, throwing it into the group. The burgers are nice, but the fries are usually cold. But that means I'm always looking forward to releases, because it means burgers. So yeah, there you go. That's a day in the life of DICE. How is the weather in Sweden? That's a very important question.
It was
Yeah.
really good this weekend, and then
It's like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I was walking my dog and it was like 4 degrees.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's awful.
Pretty gloomy.
and gray.
Great.
But I feel like that's how April usually is.
Yeah. April is actually inconsistent.
Yeah.
Sorry. Question from Anne Rainier. Will there be any changes on XP rewarded by playing solo with bots in the future? So I believe we already made some changes recently where you can now actually earn all ribbons in solo co-op, where before you couldn't, but you earn them at a reduced rate, so you can still get full progression in solo co-op. But the ribbons you can earn, which you couldn't before. I can't remember the exact update, but now you can. So, in case you missed it, you haven't played solo
for
anymore.
it.
Shizzle.
Pushes. Please let's not be a thing.
It's a thing now. I'm sorry. Heli's nerve is a great thing. I'm excited to test it. Yeah, let us know how it feels, Vega. Kilmer69 says, yes, discarded. Yeah, it's out right now. We're playing it. So happy to have you join us on the stream, Kilmer. And yeah, drop your comments, what you feel about the new discarded rework. And maybe jump in for a round yourself as well.
Yeah.
So currently we are playing Breakthrough. And Jack is under a lot of pressure to achieve a personal best.
Yeah.
How is it going?
But I think it's going pretty well.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But I'm basically competing with Florian, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's a lot of
But
pressure.
I'm working hard. I'm working hard.
Can you show us the scoreboard?
Yes.
Penguin fan squarely in the middle. Works for me. Cool.
But yeah, the likelihood of career best showing up when you go out and play the game yourself is fairly high, I would say. Especially if you're on a new account, you're going to be seeing that stat more frequently in the beginning. But old veterans, they really need to put
Work
the extra
extra
effort in.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if it's for like max kills and you've been playing for like a year and a half.
Yeah, and you get older, your reflexes are getting worse and worse.
I like. Sounds like he's speaking from experience here. Like,
Oh,
do you want to talk about this?
No.
Like we have
Let's not
people
do it.
watching, so maybe not now, but like getting older, man. Yeah. That's funny. So LP Dominic, vehicle work in terms of balance, UI of the spawn menu, and much more for sure. I mean, there are some tweaks we're making that we won't cover today, but yeah, stay tuned. And Noob Cybot wants more ribbons. He just wants more ribbons. I don't believe we have more ribbons planned now. We are
No,
happy with
no.
our ribbons, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the current amount of ribbons we're pretty happy with.
Yeah. I think it's okay, and I'm not saying this for fun, Jack, but I feel like our ribbons are consistent.
Yes.
Like it's pretty easy to based on what objective you do in the game, you have a ribbon for that. And I feel before we probably had a lot, and it didn't necessarily make it easier for players to understand what they were doing because there were so many ribbons. So now it's like I think it's consistent. But thank you for the feedback. Condors and Heinz are too
Nice,
tanky
Jack.
still.
Thank you.
We can bring it to the team. Martin, this is one for you. Because we can remove attachments now. Will we ever be able to remove badges from player cards?
To be continued.
Like the look on his face, like, I think I've
Yeah.
pinged you on that
Yeah.
feedback actually quite a few times because we know
Yeah.
it's something folks want.
There has definitely been discussions around it. But yeah, that's all I can
To
say
be
for now.
continued.
Yeah,
Cool. For shizzle.
I don't think it has the highest of priorities.
No, like to be like transparent, like based on other changes we would want to make, this would be a lower priority.
Yeah,
Because you can still switch them around if you want to right now, but obviously there's a lot of other cool stuff that we still want to do that would be higher priority. So we can definitely be transparent about that, but we are aware of the feedback. 100%. What else? What else do we have from the chat? Kilmer69 says, thank you for the info. Nice work. The game is getting better and better as always.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
good to hear.
And he likes the weather effects. And hope we get that in the next Battlefield as well. Thank you, Kilmer. So we're live and happy to answer like most of the questions we can,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is pretty exciting. We can't obviously go too much into future content because we're here to talk about update 4.2. But yeah, some of the things we can definitely comment on.
Yeah, but it is weird, like you said, sitting here feeling like a tease. Like
Yeah.
getting all these questions that you do want to answer, and you're like, yeah, sorry, all we can say now.
Yep.
But yeah.
Now you know how I usually feel as a community manager.
Mhm.
Like I can never talk about all the stuff that I want to. Wait, did the game just update? Said Drowsy Live. Yeah, this morning. But if you just boot the game today for the first time, then yeah, you will get the update.
Yeah.
Patch 4.2.
4.2,
4.2.
which we announced on 420.
Yes.
420 on
Oh.
420, or
Update 4.2 on 420. It's technically update 4.2.0,
yeah,
but we announced it on April 20.
semantics, right?
Yeah. Like in the US, it's like the date comes first, but here in Europe, it's like the month first. Or am I doing it, switching it around now?
Yeah, you're switching
No.
it around.
Okay.
So we have the date first, then
Oh,
month,
date
then
first,
year.
then month first. Yeah, in the US, it's
Yeah.
the other way
Yeah.
around. So for them, it would be 420. For you, it would be 24 for us. Yes.
204.
What? I'm still. How are we feeling about some more? Yeah, exactly. Like and Rainier said. Will there be a reduction in the amount of grenades thrown spam? Like Jack, maybe it's something for you. Like I think the team is aware that.
Yeah, we're aware.
We're aware of the feedback, so it's something we're looking into.
Yes.
Yes, he said while getting shot. The pressure is still on. We appreciate you, Jack. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Tom.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, they got 63 tickets left.
Kid,
can do
radio
this.
Damn.
good.
Cedric had said the future is now, old man. I don't know who that comment is directed to, but that is very funny. And Fev Sakam, or if I pronounce it correctly, says also really good rework. It sounds like most folks enjoy the discarded rework, which is really nice to hear.
I think the
Tom
map
is
just
cute.
feels a lot more.
Thanks, Torbus.
There's more to discover and more
Yeah.
to play around. And
Damn, chat is very active today.
Yeah.
Like I'm just thinking, like I'm scrolling to the bottom on
That's great.
my laptop, trying to read some questions, but.
One of our objectives is under attack.
So sometimes if we're a bit quiet, we're actually trying to read your questions, which is, we have it on the screen here, but it's going pretty fast. So if it's a lot of text, I don't think we can read it in time before
No.
before it moves off the screen.
and I'm trying to beat my personal best.
So another question, more a statement from Hueten Gaudi Hansi, which is a very long name. Great update. Game feels much more balanced now with the changes that are done to transport vehicles. So like the choppers. So thank you. It's good.
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of feedback there. UI changes came in very handy too. So shout out to Morten and the team.
Thank you.
But he is sad about vehicle guns. They still have a problem.
Oh, what is he sad about? I don't want him to be sad.
Yeah, we've got more changes coming as well to like vehicles, so maybe we can make you not sad in the future. But stay tuned for those details. Again, we can't go into that today. Like we are working on that. So yeah. Are you aware of the grenade spam, Jack? Yes.
Yes.
This is a direct quote. Yes, Jack is aware.
Yes. We are aware. It's something every battlefield has had, and it's a very very complex design task, but we are aware.
Cool. I guess the more like content and like weapons and stuff you add, yeah, there's more to play around with. It's a problem of the sandbox, maybe. How would you?
It's a problem of the sandbox. It's also we're dealing with very big maps, and so the explosions also need to have a certain radius to be viable, and then you can have choke
You won.
points.
You won.
You won, by the way.
I did.
Personal best.
Let's
Personal.
see.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sorry. like because we don't have too much time to talk about the end of the round, so I don't want to interrupt. But Martin, maybe you want to just quickly chat more what we're seeing here, and then Jack, we can continue that discussion.
Fingers crossed for career best then.
This is the moment.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, two of
boom!
them.
2 career
Kills.
best kills.
Yay.
So that's
Nice.
new. So damn, dude, that's actually you did the most kills ever on this account in a single round. That's very
That
good.
is impressive.
That is very impressive.
And here we're also seeing the switching to attacker.
I'm gonna
So-
rub that in with
Yeah,
Florian.
suck it, Florian.
Yeah, you need to do that.
So now in the bottom you see switching to attacker.
Yeah.
So we played as defenders, and now we automatically switch to the
as
attacking
long as
side
you
and breakthrough.
stay in the lobby.
Stay in the lobby, folks.
Jack, if
stay in the
you
lobby.
press exit to menu here or escape,
Exit the menu.
you will have a prompt saying that you're about to leave matchmaking as well.
Don't do it.
So don't do that.
Don't do that. You're like telling us like, should we leave? No.
And
No.
once this ticks down, you're going to be taken right into the next round.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about this.
Me too.
Yeah, I think hopefully our players are as well, because it's something that was requested quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think what we learned from like player behavior was that they would leave the match and then they would maybe play like defense like 4 times in a row,
Yeah.
and that is
So
Not
with this rework, even for Conquest, it's actually quicker to spamming continue rather than exiting back to main menu.
Oh.
So you can get into a new game quicker this way. And yeah.
yeah, that's
So-
really good as well, because I think before, and again we talked about this at the beginning, like we saw people quitting a lot because they thought it was faster,
Mhm.
but it's no longer faster now. You just stay in the match, stay in the lobby,
Yeah.
Live your best life. Just wait for
Li-
like
live
a
the
little
dream.
bit, live in the dream. Okay,
Yeah, and I
that's-
mean, especially if you win the first round, you gotta stay around to
Yep.
defend your victory, right?
your
Of
honor,
course.
your victory. So, question about
Can you add
personal
extra
bests.
reward to teabagging?
I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry, what?
Add a XP reward for teabagging.
No, I don't think we
that's
want to.
good.
No, I don't think that's no. It's a
It's a
good suggestion,
yeah, it's
but-
good
Yeah.
feedback.
yeah, good feedback, but no. Martin, the personal bests are not right at all. Had a 90 plus kill round, and 1 round later only 42 kills, and that was supposed to be my most kills. I don't think it always shows up, right?
No, so
Or
um,
it has a chance to show up.
yeah, it has a chance to show up, and it's weighted against your overall contribution to the match. So if you did anything, like let's say you capped a lot of objectives, that will take precedence in some cases over your career best. Or yeah, hold on, that's not right. I think. No, your career best should show up. So if it doesn't, and you're sure that it should have, then
Might be a bug.
we should look into that.
Okay, that's a good shout out. So thank you
Yeah,
for
thank
dropping that in the chat. We'll keep an eye out. Like it just went live in the update, so it's possible that maybe there's a little bug in there somewhere. But I was very happy to see Jack get a personal best.
Yeah.
Me too.
I feel it felt like an achievement for all of us.
Yeah.
Like I was.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't have done it without the support, guys.
exactly. That's why we're here together. So, Jack, maybe another question for you. Are there any plans to improve aiming for consoles? A question we had in the chat. But I think uniform soldier aiming should help there as well, right?
Yeah. So we've seen, for example, issues with tracking, and this will be improved through uniform soldier aiming. So, and we are looking at controller. I think I can say that we are looking at that. We want to give you the best experience possible on controller. But one of the reasons we turned uniform soldier aiming on is that this will improve tracking. It would also help with the how do I explain this in a good way? Basically, when you ADS on controller, your aim rate will slow down a bit more than it would on mouse in general, which we're looking at too. And so with uniform soldier aiming, like you get the consistency, which builds the muscle memory,
Yes.
and it will help you track, right? Because your aim rate will be more like hipfire.
Cool. Thank you. Damn, chat is on fire today. It's a lot. Are there any thoughts on putting a personal best on the player card alongside the badges? Martin.
We have talked about that as well. Nothing that is decided yet. And yeah, we haven't fully explored it, but we've talked about it for sure.
Cool.
But thanks for the feedback, and yeah, it's always good to get feedback like this in, like room of improvement.
Cool. There's a lot of questions about the personal best, which is cool, by the way. I didn't expect that to really stand out so much. So sorry for spamming you, Martin.
Oh, that's fine.
Does the personal
hope I can
record take
answer.
into consideration everything since game launch or just beyond today's update?
Yeah, so any stat that you, if you played since launch, your stats have been saved. So
Because we have the screen, of, like the name right now eludes me, but the
Player
like
profile.
yeah, the profile.
yeah, there we go. Play
Yeah.
it.
So
Thank you.
the career best is
Just pointing to like.
the career best is building off the data on that screen. So, as I said, veterans might have a harder time to actually get a career best to pop off.
Okay.
And yeah, there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately.
Just be better.
Yeah,
Like
be better or
have a
start
career
a new
best.
account,
Yeah.
I guess, would be another option.
Question from Elfie Shiak: why weren't new portal weapons added to 4.2? So there are some things we're doing to vault weapons that are coming soon, and we'll talk about not soon, in the near future, but we'll talk about them in the coming months. So just stay tuned there. That should clarify
But we
your
can
question.
say that they're not going to be disappointed, right? Can we say that much? Or is that saying too much?
I mean, I can't speak to everyone, but I don't think with the changes they make, they will be disappointed. I think folks will be happy because it's based on feedback we've heard from players. So stay tuned. Also, like you asked me, can we say that? Like, well, we're live on stream, so like if you couldn't, then it's kind of
too late.
It's too late now. That's funny. Yeah.
Just cut it.
Does the update with Liz update with your kills and assists you've already got? It's a question for you, Isabel.
Should be from 4.2.
So from now onwards, that's
Yeah.
where, okay. So I think the question is if you already did assist before, it doesn't retroactively
No.
track. Okay, so starting with today's update, now the assists come into
Yeah.
play for, or count for the mastery.
Yeah,
That
there
was
are going to be so many guided missiles in the air.
yes. I mean, it was pretty fun to see as well during season
Yeah.
1, when she just came out. Like I think the first few days, everybody obviously wanted to try out the new specialist. So just missiles everywhere. That was a question from Stuck in Ohio 2235. So I hope you're doing good in Ohio. Okay. Stuck in Ohio. This is a curious name. So Meatwad93 wants us to talk about portal weapons now, but sorry, can't today. We have discussions planned for that with the community, but not today.
How is it going, Jack?
Yeah, are you winning?
I'm so focused. I'm like trying to hear the questions, trying to hear you talk, trying to get my personal best again.
Damn, imagine if
What
you get
are you
like 2
aiming
in a
for?
row.
Huh?
Imagine if you get 2 in a row.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
How many
Yeah.
How many did you have? Do you remember?
No, 20 something I think.
So let's aim
Kills.
for 30.
It was
Yeah.
Was it 23 kills?
Something like that, yeah.
How
Yeah, I
many
think
do you have now?
Casper-
That's a lot, by the way. It's
You
pretty
think?
decent, yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's decent.
It's decent.
If you switch to Oscar maybe, and just get all the spots and assists
Yeah, that you can do.
That would be a way, yes. But I'm gonna go the hard.
Okay.
Which, did you use the
Route.
def name? Which specialist is that?
Oscar. I'm pretty sure that's not a dev name.
Oscar?
Yeah, with a drone.
Casper.
Casper.
Casper. Oscar. Oh wow.
Who is
Thank you.
Oscar?
Yeah, no, that was my own name for him. I've renamed him.
Oh, okay. There you go. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that was a brain slip.
Do you call it missiles or missiles?
Oh, missiles. That's a good
funny.
one. Yeah, I think it should be called missiles.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm Team Missiles.
Oscar, new specialist list. No.
No, sorry. Just a tired dev.
I mean, like we are streaming this at the end of our day for you,
Yeah.
like so.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had the entire day of working, but it's exciting to be, I think, on the stream with the chat. Pinned by total FPS. Yeah, folks. So, like, we are here to mostly talk about update 4.2. Like, if we can answer some other questions about stuff that's coming in the future, we will. But usually, we want to save that for the right time. When do we want to talk about this or this future? So there's more news coming in the coming months. So stay tuned for that. But we're mostly focused on discarded and all the changes coming in today's update 4.2. So, I mean, if you have questions, just drop them in the chat. But just to set that context.
As a stat for the best squad, throwing knives.
Is there a stat for them?
I'm not sure.
Personal best for throwing knives.
And Jack, you worked on the throwing knife. You designed the throwing knife,
I
right?
designed the throwing knife. Yes.
Pretty cool.
It's
Yeah.
not
But it is,
added, but
Huh?
If there isn't, we will definitely take that question as feedback and
yeah.
look into it.
What was the question?
If there's a career best for throwing knife kills.
I hope there is.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah,
very
I
cool.
definitely hope there is, because that would be very cool, because throwing knives are cool.
They're very cool. I like them. Yeah, we had a lot of fun working on that as a team. I think it was good.
So, like, I'm seeing a lot of questions in the chat about what the specific changes are in 4.2. There's a lot. There's like over 100 changes, I believe.
Yeah, there's a
So-
lot of quality of life stuff for collection and customization, end around, discarded rework.
Yeah. So we can't name everything. I don't know all the 100 or whatever plus changes top of my head, but like the patch notes are available on the website. So if you want to check out all the changes, go to battlefield.com and check out the patch notes. We have a full list of all the changes we made in today's update. So I think that's your best bet to get a complete overview of everything that's changed with this update. Today we covered some of the highlights.
Oh no! Did you guys see that?
I actually did not.
No. What happened?
I just saw
Like
that
he
you
did-
died.
Jack had a moment and none of us saw it. That was awesome.
Yeah. It was a sad moment. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
DOA
DOA.
or DOD, dead on deploy.
DOD.
Dead on the play. That's funny. But yeah, I think like after this match or this round, we'll probably wind down the stream for today. Then we played a nice round of Conquest and 3 rounds of Breakthrough, or sorry, a single round, but both as attacker and defender. Jack lived up to the pressure so far.
Yeah.
Will I continue to deliver? We'll see.
That remains to
know.
be seen.
Here's a question for Jack.
Oh really?
Yeah, the last one.
Would you recommend, Jack, would you recommend veterans using uniform aiming or continuing with it off like they've played since launch?
That's a good question. So I used to play a lot of FPS on quite a high level, and I would say if you've played on something for a long time and you're doing well on it, there's an argument to keep using those settings. However, I think with uniform soldier aiming, you will be able to establish more consistency, and your muscle memory between hipfire and ADS will be the same. So I would say give it a try, and I would recommend it.
You would?
Yeah,
Okay,
I would.
cool. And
However, I do know. I mean, I know of players that play with it off, that are very good. But
Like
I
it-
would still argue that scientifically, let's say, muscle memory will be better established if you have consistency.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there's no hurt in trying.
Yeah, but
Just
I mean,
toggling it on, right?
a
And
follow-up question there then is like, how long do you think it will take for someone to really notice? Because also to confirm, uniform soldier aiming is not an immediate setting that will improve your gameplay.
No.
Like just with the flick of a button.
No.
Like it's something that's gradual and over time. But like, how long do you think it would take before someone really gets that consistency?
It's going to be from person to person. I think it also depends on how much you're playing daily. So
Yeah.
the more you play, the more muscle memory you're going to establish. The more different types of scenarios you're playing in, you're going to start to understand how much you need to move your wrist in any given situation.
Yeah.
And if you have, let's put it like this, if you have a variance between hip fire and ADS, you're going to have to establish two different types of muscle memory. One for your hip fire, one
Yeah.
for your ADS. So with uniform soldier aiming, you only have to establish one. So let's put it like this. If a pro football player would come to me and be like, hey, I want to get better at my kicks, I would set up consistent scenarios for them that they will have in an in-game match, and I would practice them over and over and make sure that we establish the correct patterns. And I
Which
think
is what uniform soldier aiming does.
exactly.
Damn, that was that was like the best explanation you've given so far.
Okay,
and,
great.
And I love the analogy as well.
Nice.
Very good. Nice.
I think for me also, I mean, this is a little bit besides the point, but I used to be a dancer professionally, and the power of muscle memory is insane. Like your body can learn to do things without you even having to think, and that's how you want aim to be. You don't want to think about it. So now, for example, I'm playing on a different mouse and a different keyboard than I usually am, and I feel the difference,
Yeah,
right?
because you're not used to it.
And so if the mouse sensitivity changes all the time, or the keyboard button press changes all the time, it's harder to establish those patterns. And that's what uniform soldier aiming helps with.
Cool. Thank you. So we did have questions in the chat from like, what other changes did we make that are not visual? So I think another cool one is to doors. Doors that were previously controlled by the enemy team will now automatically open upon getting close to them. So you don't need to hold the interact button anymore, which from personal experience was really annoying sometimes. like if you're in the thick of a firefight and you try to open the door, but you first have to press the button. So now you can just, they open for you. I think that's a cool change.
I missed the question.
I mean, what wasn't really a question.
Okay.
I believe there was
Like we had a
something-
question earlier, like what other changes did we make in this update that are like changes that are not visual? Because we talked a lot about visual changes and we showed like
Right.
the mastery, end of round.
Yeah, what about the tracer dart as well?
Which one is that?
I believe there was changes made to that one.
We also have the
Tracers are no longer
damage
present.
to vehicles, right?
Oh yeah, to the transport vehicles. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about it a little bit.
Search for dart.
There is, I mean, there's so many changes, right? So
Oh yeah, that's a good change. So stealth helicopters that have been hit with the tracer dart can now be locked onto, even in stealth mode. So I think,
Yeah.
like it's like stealth mode is like you're no longer invisible if you were already. Yeah, you can now be tracked if you got. Yeah, you can now be tracked if you got darted or whatever you want to call it. It's also a good change. What else do we have going on in the chat? That body went. So, I think folks are enjoying your gameplay.
okay,
So,
that
good news.
that makes me happy. I'm here to entertain them.
How many kills do you have?
Oh, not so many. 9. But I've been answering complex questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I have an excuse.
you have an excuse, and you already had a personal best anyway.
Yeah, it's true. It's like the pressure went down, and then
So did your performance.
yeah, I definitely. worked
How
harder on
how are we
pressure.
looking overall? So 102, 101 tickets left.
Yeah, we can still make it.
Yeah. It would be cool if you win twice.
That would be cool. I feel like last time we also we were kind of losing, but then we were like getting it back. It was interesting.
Yeah. I think this cover is mostly also new what we added here, right?
I can't speak for individual pieces, but I mean anywhere where there's
Like I remember this area was like quite open
Yeah.
before as well.
there's a lot of these kinds of areas that have a lot more cover. The most iconic one is kind of the salvage yard for me.
I think we all keep returning to the salvage yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
was
mean,
your
it's a-
favorite area, Isabel?
That area. Yeah, no, that area. Because you can hide and revive people.
You cannot be killed if you're hiding. Hey, that's a smart play.
Secure the new sector.
But yeah, I think what the rework for this did as well was to extend the breakthrough matches on this map, so they can be quite a bit longer.
Yeah, they are actually a bit longer. I saw a comment about writing down feedback. Where is it? Don't see it anymore. Oh, here it is. There should be a person who is a dice team, like writing most questions asked from the community, lol, and filtering them out in meeting, and from that they can fix a lot of stuff community's asking. So like a community manager.
So you.
Yeah, like I mean that's literally
Tom.
it's literally my job. So like we have multiple of those folks.
We're also, a lot of us are like, we are checking, we're checking Reddit all the time.
yeah,
checking
like
Twitter.
like our teams, like sometimes a new update comes out and like, like I go out on the socials, but I already get a ping from like, hey, I saw this on Reddit. I'm like, whoa, how are you so fast? Like, how have you already seen this?
Like we play test daily, but
Yep.
the feedback we get from you guys that's so invaluable.
Yeah,
to us.
it's-
It's on
Yep.
a scale that
Yep.
that we wouldn't be able to cover as a company. So we really care about what you think and what you say.
So yeah, again, it's a nice shout out to everyone here today and the community in general. So thank you for all your feedback, and yeah, like we've made a lot of improvements to the game for the community.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the feedback actually shaped what we decided to do with end of round and collection screens. We scoured Reddit and Twitter, and like weighed it against what developers wanted with those two
Yep.
areas, and yeah, so feedback is definitely appreciated, and we take it on board.
I think if you're like a regular player and like not a streamer or an influencer, you maybe think that we don't see your feedback posted on Twitter, Reddit, Discord, wherever, but we actually do. Like
We do.
we go through it on a daily basis and read all the stuff. So yeah. So another comment here. Can't wait to hop in later when I'm home. Cheers. Yeah. The discarded rework is pretty awesome, so definitely go check it out.
Nice.
Whoa. So yeah, sure, we'll go into this question from Savage Kips. Hi Dev, would you ever consider assigning weapons to each class, like assault class with assault weapon? I think when we did the return to the class system, the decision for Battlefield 2042 was to keep the weapon arsenal open,
Yeah.
because we feel that's the best decision for
For this
Battlefield
game.
2042
Yeah. Mhm.
specifically. We know obviously it worked differently in the past, but I feel yeah, or sorry, not I feel, but we feel for this game, like how it plays out now, with weapon proficiencies added. For
Yeah.
example, if you're an assault player, you use assault rifles, you get 3 extra magazines.
Exactly.
Like, we feel that adds some cool gameplay as well.
Yeah, we wanted to, I mean, we wanted to have the class system, but also keep that which sort of belongs to 2042 in some way, that we felt still would create the same type of balance. So that was the decision at the time.
How are we looking on score?
13. I'm not super happy with it.
This round just keeps going. Like, we thought this would be a short round, but
You can
Jack
do
is keeping
it.
on the pressure.
Okay, here we go. Takedown, takedown.
Oh, you're even going
Oh.
for that one. Okay. Interesting
Almost.
approach. Well, it is more courageous than shooting him in the back, I guess.
Yeah, it was, effort.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm seeing so much comments towards the RM68, which I
Yeah.
really enjoy playing around with, and as a cool bit of extra info, I think our weapons designer talked about this one on the podcast, that it's a weapon we wanted to bring to Bunnyfield 2042 for quite a long time, but we had to wait until the last season till we could do so. But yeah, I think we feel it's in a good spot.
yeah, I haven't heard anything about it, but we'll of course continue to monitor that. I'm curious if are there other things that have been popping up in the chat today, that's been very present in terms of?
Yeah, we got a few shout outs from the community about your consistency. That's very good. Sorry.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have been wanting to turn on uniform soldier aiming for a very long time.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
But some settings are also legacy, and so it can take time to make a decision like that. But we really believe it's a really good standard.
I think whenever we make a decision to balance change something or uniform soldier aiming, we want to ensure these decisions are informed based on data combined with feedback, so we review that from multiple angles.
Totally.
Yeah.
And there's another setting that's quite interesting too, which I think people should check out, which is ADS field of view, which is quite nice in tandem with uniform soldier aiming, which will basically, when you zoom, for most weapons, unless the weapon has been designed to have a very specific field of view, will change according to the field of view that you set.
Do you want to show us the differences?
Yeah, I don't
If
know if
you-
I have.
Can set your career best aside.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. So let's take this one. So we see here how let's see here. I don't know if this is a scope that will work with it. Let's see. Yeah, you see that? So
Oh yeah,
the field
I
of
see
view
it.
is changing a lot, but when I put ADS field of view, it will be relative to the field of view that I set, which is also helping with consistency.
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like I'm spamming the word consistency,
Yeah.
but
At least you're consistent with your spamming of consistency.
yeah. I think, when I was younger and playing a lot of FPS, this was it's the thing to improve your aim over time. You need, to work, you need to sit in the same way, you need to have the right mouse that you always use, you want sensitivity to be consistent.
This round is... Oof.
Yeah, it's looking bleak.
It is
Yeah.
indeed looking... That was a nice kill, though.
Thank you.
Oof. Our
That was
our
on me.
tickets are suddenly dropping quite fast.
I'm gonna turn it around, Tom.
I believe in you. I keep looking on his screen, but obviously we should look there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go between them to mix it up a bit.
Oof, this is going to be very close. But like what I like about Breakthrough is that usually, like it's very close when taking those sectors. It's pretty, was it thrilling
Yeah.
when you take a sector and you only had like 10 tickets left, because obviously then you can keep going again.
Almost.
I gotta say, I haven't seen, like I haven't been watching others play this much.
What do you mean?
Like in 2042, I haven't been watching other people play it that much.
Mm.
Like I've seen videos here and there on YouTube, but yeah, I really enjoy watching someone else play this.
Yes,
Nice.
someone else that is really good actually.
Can we get the best streamer from in chat? Like what's
Oof, overtime.
Oh,
You mean who's in chat now?
yeah, whoever's in chat, what's the best streamer that's streaming 2042?
Who's your favorite Battlefield 2042
Yeah,
streamer?
thank you.
Drop it in chat.
Was that a question for me?
No. It's a question for the chat. You looked at me like, what do you want? Like, what do you do? Check frags.
Revive
Enders,
me, come on.
Your brick roller, Steve. Me. Not me, but the person that says
no,
me
you're
in the chat.
losing the D2 now.
Is this it?
I think
You
that
can
was.
do it.
Oh, you got
Run,
overtime.
run.
It's so close. What
Yeah.
a drama.
Yeah, so this stream is never gonna end.
Yeah.
So ask all your questions now. guys.
We'll be here all night.
Like, as long as the stream's going, we have to keep
No.
answering all of
There we
them.
go.
Oh.
That
Yeah,
was so
there we go.
close.
Wow.
That was a long
played.
but exciting round.
Yeah. Not my personal
We did good.
best.
Not personal best.
23.
Maybe you have another personal best. Like, we don't know yet, technically, right?
Could be.
No, we don't.
Until. So it's always a nice surprise that might pop up or not.
And someone else in the squad might have gotten one.
Yeah, and it's fun that you can see it for the other players as well. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Again,
One.
Damage
damage
dealt.
dealt. Boom.
Oh,
Check.
squad
plays
won.
first. What? But we still lost though.
We still lost. Yeah.
Yeah,
we still lost the
but
match. But yeah, I think let's wrap it up for today. So it was pretty excited to have all you on today. Some gameplay. Update 4.2 is out right now. So folks, if you haven't played but you watch the stream, go check out Discarded. I think we're very happy with it as a team and seen a lot of good comments from the community as well. Any final thoughts from you? Anything else you want to say?
Really excited for 4.2 being out and excited to hear more feedback on what the community thinks of it.
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So nice to have all of them here with us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's really cool. So everyone, thank you today for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. So thank you and bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.